I was stuck in a tiny airport cafe in Lisbon, staring at a lukewarm espresso and trying really, really hard not to cry. It had been one of those perfect trips, the kind where you keep thinking, wow, life is good. Blue skies, incredible food, little cobblestone streets that felt like a movie set. And then it all just imploded. On the day I was supposed to fly home, I woke up to this weird pressure in my sinuses and a pounding headache. I figured it was just a bad night of sleep or too much vino verde. But by the time I got to the airport, I could barely breathe. Turns out I had a sinus infection, like a gnarly one, and the airline wouldn't let me board, not even with a mask. Something about cabin pressure and medical risk. They actually pulled me aside and said, "You can't fly today." And I just stood there like, what now? I didn't have a backup plan. I didn't have a hotel booked. I didn't know if my travel insurance, which I'd honestly just clipped through when I booked my flights, would even do anything. That's the part no one tells you about travel disasters. They make you feel small, and tired, and way more alone than you ever thought possible. I ended up in this basic little hotel near the airport, sweating through the sheets, trying to figure out if I needed to go to urgent care in a country where I didn't speak the language fluently. I called the number on my travel insurance confirmation email, kind of expecting to be on hold for a million years, or just get the runaround. But I didn't. They actually picked up. A real human who listened, who told me exactly what to do, where I could go for medical help, how to get the receipts, what forms to send. And they covered it. The extra nights, the clinic visit, the meds, even the new flight home. I don't think I realized how much I needed that until it happened. Just someone saying, "We've got you." The weirdest part, I almost didn't even buy the insurance. It felt like one of those extra things you only buy if you're the super cautious type. And I'm not. I like to think I'm adaptable. Chill. But that one tiny checkbox turned out to be a lifesaver. I still had to spend 3 extra days in Lisbon feeling gross and homesick and worried about my job back home. I still missed my best friend's birthday. I still had to reschedule my life around this random, unwanted delay. But I didn't have to drain my savings account. I didn't have to argue with an airline or guess which receipts counted. I just focused on getting better. That was the moment I realized something kind of huge. We always think we'll figure it out when things go sideways. But when they actually do, you're usually not thinking clearly. You're tired, you're spared, and having anything in place to catch you makes all the difference. I've had trips go wrong before. Missed flights, stolen bags. That one time I ate street food in Bangkok and paid the price for days. But this was different. It wasn't a hassle. It was a real emergency, and it made me see travel insurance as more than just a check-the-box formality. Since then, I've started using auras.insure. You can look it up on Google, or I'll stick the link in the description. I found it after that whole mess, just looking for something that felt more transparent and human. It's super easy to use, and what I love is that it's made for moments like the one I went through. It doesn't feel like insurance that's trying to wiggle out of covering things. It just works. It gives you options. It explains stuff clearly. It's the kind of backup that makes you feel like you can breathe when things go wrong. Literally, in my case. I don't push stuff on people. But if you're traveling anytime soon, especially solo or far from home, just do yourself the favor. You might never need it. But if you do, you'll be so glad it's there.